care of our inner world, our thoughts, our feelings, and our spirit. Just like a gardener prepares the soil, we can use things like meditation and mindfulness to clear out what we don't need and make space for new dreams to grow. Our recommended book is The Quest of Rose, The Cosmic Keys of Our Future Becoming, by Anne Lowes Smithman, PhD, and Jean Houston, PhD, written as an allegory. The Quest of Rose weaves together cutting-edge insights from the new paradigm sciences with indigenous wisdom and conscious teachings for our evolutionary next steps. Today's speaker is April Johnston-Ulrich, who will be sharing about regenerativity. Regenerativity is the sacred dance of healing and giving, of becoming whole so we can pour ourselves into the world. Please help me welcome April.
Good morning. Good morning. So, I had a talk already, or done it. It was fantastic. Gotta tell you guys about that. And then this morning, my husband came down and shared with me the news, what happened in Vancouver last night. And things got very heavy for me. Having immediate family in the Filipino community, Filipino Canadians, and just the fact they're Canadians. And it's a concert and it's young people. For those of you who don't know, there were 9 killed, 20 injured, as a car drove into a concert that was being held to celebrate. It was actually kind of funny, well, not funny, but it was actually kind of ironic because it was a chieftain Filipino community that they were celebrating. I think it's called the Lala Festival. It's been going on for a while. So in light of that, and in light of, we'll maybe have a few people that see this in the future on YouTube or Facebook, I would like to just kind of change the narrative, not the message. The message is still right and perfect, but perhaps the tone. So I would like to ask, sometimes we're asked to carry things that are heavier than the heart should have to carry. And I know sometimes these things hit closer because they're Canadians. It's our country. And that doesn't happen here. And we go to concerts to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And so we feel this immediacy, right? Because it's closer to a label that we identify with. And yet it's happening everywhere, all the time. This and huger things are happening. So this is when it gets really important, the work that we do here. And in keeping with the idea of regenerativity, which I have a hard time pronouncing, it's kind of a made-up word. I'm going to fall over this chair. It's kind of nuzzling up behind me. I want to look at the idea that, as Kyle C. says, even pain is a way to open a door. Right? So think of a painful situation in your life, something maybe you personally went through, maybe something you really identified with. And you feel it. Try to remember what that feels like if it didn't heal. And yet to have the idea that it's opening a door, right? So I've been working with this the last while and thinking, this just doesn't make any, it's just hard. It's hard to see pain as spirit moving through you as that wave, right? But it is. It is because it forces you, it pushes you to look at what you really believe and how you really want to be in this world, in this community, in your life. Just think about that. When we're in that pain, when we're feeling it, we're feeling hurt or let down by the world or just angry, whatever the emotion is, why would that be a way of you being pushed towards a higher spirituality? Regenerativity, I've got to come up with a different word than they picked, but it's about renewal. And renewal means something needs to die. And usually when we're feeling pain and we're feeling issues and we're feeling anger, it's because there's something that our ego is feeling or a label we identify with that we so desperately need to let go of to grow. It's an old story, right? It's that thing we can't wait to tell our friends when we get on the phone, right? It's our husband, it's our wife, it's our children, it's our politicians, it's whatever it is that we can't let go of. That is the reason for why we're stuck where we're stuck. And until that dies, until we feel the pain of it, and then we express it, and then we move on, then we grow. Then we get to a higher vibration, and it is not fun. It is not fun to be in that place of renewal. It's usually the most uncomfortable place you will ever be, and aren't you thrilled that I'm trying to talk you into it? It is. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling up against a wall, if you're feeling let down by this world, if you're angry at what happened, that is a push. That is an opportunity to raise your vibrational level. Because if you stay at the level you are in those emotions forever, you will be stuck there and you will be not reaching your potential. Right? So there's a word by Aristotle. He came up, everybody knows Aristotle? I love quoting Greek philosophers, it makes me sound so brilliant. Anyway, Aristotle was looking at nature and he was trying to find a way to express why things grow in nature the way they do, how they always express as they're supposed to express, why they don't mutate away from their destination, their potential. And he came up with a word called entelechy. Another wonderful word, I have to say a lot. But entelechy is growth from within. It is what is there. It's pure potential. And I know we've all heard Deepak Chopra talk about it. We hear about it in Science of Mind. It's pure potential. And it's the idea that everything you want, everything you have ever imagined is already within you. You don't need to go out and find it. You don't need a class to learn about it. You don't need to go and watch a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials. It's already there. That pure potential, that entelechy. So what does that mean? Well, it's kind of like math. And no, I'm not going to go into equations. But math isn't something invented by humans. Math exists. Mathematical equations exist. It's what all of nature works off of. We discover them. We uncover them. They're already there in their magnificence. So no one came up with something. They just were able to explain it in mathematical format, which exists. That to me is amazing because it's already there, right? We just need to uncover it. So just like your pure potential is already there. You don't have to go out and find it. You don't have to go to an ashram. You don't have to do any of those things. It is there. I mean, certainly you can do those things and go into silence and go in and ask what is yours to do or what is trying to emerge. But it won't create it. So I don't want to get divided between those two ideas. One will help you find it, but it won't create it for you. I hope I'm clear on that. So it's already there. So you can go to those places. You can go to sacred places. You can come here and listen to the Sunday talks. And you can find ways to find your potential or to go within and know what it is. But it won't create it. It is already there. And it's yours to uncover. It's like a wonderful treasure. It's like music. Music is already within the person. They just need, they just need to uncover it, right? It's something that just evolves. I mean, I've heard so many musicians say they just sit down and it flows. Well, that is a gift. That is their potential coming out. Yes, it's from spirit. Yes, it's the universe flowing through. But it's still within you. You have to activate it. You have to sit down and do it. You have to be that way through. So what do we do when it's so painful? What do we do when we're just so angry or we're so disappointed? How do we handle that? I'm going to give a really weird suggestion to some of you. Some of you might already do it. Do nothing. Just be with it. Just allow. When we offer resistance, when we try to stand up against those things, we're not going with the flow. We're not being honest to ourselves. We're not honoring our own truth, our own path, our own potential. Just be quiet. Just be. Just allow. I know we're in a society of just work, work, work. You know, get out there, do something. Oh, I'm not, if I can't contribute, I'm, not something. I've got to go and do and do and do. And most of the time, we're missing the boat because it's not about the doing, it's about the being. The times that I've been able to stop and just go into myself, just go into that place of knowing and just say, okay, you're safe, it's okay. There's nothing happening. And if I still can't let go of it, I just say, Spirit, it's yours. Universe, it's yours. Let's see how this unfolds. I know it's going to be the highest and best for me. Let's see how this unfolds. So what would that feel like not to try and do? Not to try to push that boulder up the hill, not to try and be something you're not to try and people please. What would that feel like? Would it be hard? I think in some ways it would be. Because it is really just doing nothing. It is allowing spirit to flow as it's intended to flow. And to trust it. Like really trust it. Right? I can let go of this. I'm going to be okay. I don't have to do this. I'm going to be fine. This didn't happen for me. It's fine. It's good. I know something better is coming. I know my unfoldment is coming. I know that from this experience, if I can really feel it and I can really understand what it is and then come to peace with it, wow, that's off my shoulder. I don't have to revisit that. That's a lesson that I am not going to get the next time around. And I keep thinking that every time. If I can heal it this time, as uncomfortable as it is, if I can just heal it, wow. Maybe the next go around, I won't have to learn that lesson, or I'm not going to learn it in 3 years, right? So do it now. Feel the pain of this situation now. Understand that there's a rippling effect that's going to happen. But in your healing of it, your being with it, you're saying, you know what, Spirit, at this time, I don't know what words to say to the community. I don't know what words to say to family, to people that are scared right now. But I do know that you do, and that there is a healing that is coming forth that I couldn't even dream of. And I certainly won't be manifesting it, but I will be allowing it to happen. And I'll be watching it, and I'll be supporting it. So in this situation, just take a minute and just close your eyes and think, in this feeling, in this moment, what is yours to do in this situation? What in you is trying to emerge from this news? It could be anything. It could be an act of kindness to somebody that doesn't look like you, but is a Canadian or even of the world. It could be sending money. It could be sending a note. It could be posting something on your social media of support and love. Or it could be doing nothing and allowing Spirit to move through you and show you how to do it and how to move forward. Feel the pain, share the love. And I mean, I thought showing this little reading today couldn't have been more perfect. And then so the music couldn't be more perfect. Stand by me. I think sometimes in these situations of pain or tragedy, we collapse into it like it happened to us. In a way it did, because we're all one. But it also takes people to be strong, to assist those that are in the midst of this, that are feeling the emotional pain of loss. You know, a family member went to a concert and didn't come home. That is heavy. That is heavier than anyone should have to carry. But I do know that everything that is of Spirit is moving forth. And it is creating something better. The cracks are what let the light in, as they say. This is a big crack. So, we can be the light, or we can add to the darkness. What do we choose to do? I hope that we go into that place of knowing that we are so powerful, that we can be that healing. We can be that healing for the community, for anyone we run into. We can be the salve or the balm for someone's hurt today. You know, it doesn't even have to be that situation, but we can be that kindness. We can be that love. And when we do that for each other, oh my goodness, that doesn't stay here. That doesn't stay between two people or even yourself. That emanates. That's what it's all about. That's the wave that's flowing through each and every one of us. So are we going to stop and resist the wave, or are we going to allow it to go through us? Step up. Be something different. When we find ourselves criticizing or doing a stereotype, think about this. Stop. Because this perpetuates something that is not of your truth or of Spirit. It's a construct that you bought into somewhere along the line. Let's let it go. Let's let something new come out of this. Let something amazing come out of this. Let it not be just another horrible tragedy that we all get to witness. Let it be something that either invokes a wish in you to live more, to support more, to love more, to heal more. That maybe is our work. Do we feel like it's our work? And it's hard in the midst of it. I quote Kyle Cease a lot, but he talks about living where you're at. Your vibrational level is like living on the first floor of the building, and you're quite happy, and you're in your first floor, and you've decorated it, and you're quite happy, and you know all your neighbors, and you don't realize that there's floors above you. And then all of a sudden you fill up your space and you're getting a little crowded, it's getting a little uncomfortable, maybe you've had a fight with a neighbor, whatever it is, you're starting to feel this angst, you're starting to feel not so comfortable on the first floor. That's great. Because that means that you're moving forward. You're not in a vibrational match with that level anymore. And then you discover there's a second level. But you go through the pain, you go through the issues, you go through all of this stuff, and you're on the second level. And you're loving it. It's bigger, it's brighter, it's got all this stuff. You had no idea that you had to do less to get more. You had no idea of how things flowed, that it's more fun. And then you're there for a while, and then that gets a little uncomfortable. And that gets not as special as you thought it was. And you move to the third floor. We're all moving floors, right here, right now. Some of us are stuck on a floor. We've been on that floor for a very long time. It's really uncomfortable, but we don't want to move. We want to stay there in all its uncomfortableness and all its drama and all its stories, and we don't want to let go of those things to move on. I'm saying let go. Because when you let go of those stories, you let go of that idea of what you are, all those labels, all those constructs you've been holding on to, you move up. And when you move up, things just flow. Serendipity happens. Things just naturally fall into place. Things that you worried about, you all of a sudden don't worry about. They're just happening easily and effortlessly. And you think things can't get better. This is amazing. I can't believe how many things are working out for you. And then all of a sudden, darn, I'm not there yet. There's another floor. And that's what the spiritual work is. So as I said, if anybody tells you they figured it out, that they're at the penthouse and there's no higher floors and they got it all working and they don't make any mistakes, run. Because they don't know what they're talking about. I've said this a million times. Everyone's an unfoldment. We all get stuck on floors. Sometimes in times of tragedy, we take the elevator down for a while, but we don't stay there. And that's what's so amazing, is with this teaching, we can't stay there because we know we've been there. There's a better floor. There's a better way to do things. So don't be hard on yourself when you fall down. When you have those moments of incredible doubt and wondering what is going on in this world, you've just gone down a floor. You're not going to be stuck there. You're just visiting. You're just learning again. Maybe some stuff you didn't clear out of that closet or stuffed under your bed. This is an opportunity to do it, to feel it. Let it go. And get back up to the floor that you're supposed to be on. Because from that floor you're supposed to be on is where you're going to make all the difference in this world. In your life, in their life, in who's ever calling's life. It's all good. So I've been trying to use this moving through the playoffs. And some of you know I'm a bit of a hockey fan. So I keep watching the games and going, this will unfold as it should. That the only reason is I'm identifying with this team and I should be happy for the other team. And it's starting to work. I'm a little calmer during the games. Not riding that roller coaster of the playoffs, which my nerves thank me for. And I know that's kind of flippant considering what the conversation has been today. But I want you to know it's not always in heavy situations. Sometimes it can be the lighter things in life. You know, a job project didn't go well, or a painting you were working on didn't turn out the way you did, or, you know, you thought you planted tomatoes and you planted 42 cauliflower. Whatever it is, it will work out. So I'm hoping I won't butcher it, but there is a phrase in Talagat, which is the Filipino language. And my family's probably going crazy right now at me trying to pronounce this. But the term is ba-ha-nong da-yo maguhu se. And what that means is rise and be stronger. So I would like to extend that to the Canadian Filipino community, and to know that every step of the way that you rise and grow stronger from this, we as Canadians, as spiritual beings, will be there for you, holding the space and consciousness, and knowing that we have you, that we will stand by you whenever. Thank you very much. And so it is.